The former superstar singer is serving a 30-year sentence now for racketeering and sex.
Happening across America.
Federal prosecutors are responding to R. Kelly's claims that there's a murder plot against him. They call those claims fanciful and repugnant. The feds also claim in a 19-page filing from the U.S. Attorney's Office that the federal judge now overseeing Kelly's criminal case here has no jurisdiction to order him.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and we back outside with it. H-Town, Texas streets once again. Was watching a playoff game tonight up at the spot. Pacers and the Thunder, seen the Thunder pull the win off, but I had to pull over in the cut in the lot one time once I seen the news broke all over the timeline that they claiming allegedly that R. Kelly was poisoned while in prison. Now this is coming right after his lawyer has spoke out with the outside press conference and claimed that he had threats on his life. Somebody had got in contact with him in prison. Somebody with the Aryan Brotherhood had told him that, hey, I have been hired to assassinate and kill you to cover up how they handle your legal situation, allegedly, by R. Kelly and his team. Well, now they saying that he got poisoned. R. Kelly collapsed in his North Carolina prison cell after being given what his lawyer says was a dangerous overdose of medication while in solitary confinement. The incident allegedly took place just days after Kelly's legal team accused prison officials of plotting to harm him. According to court filings viewed by All Hip Hop, the 58-year-old singer was placed in isolation on Tuesday, June 10th, and given additional medication by staff on Thursday, June 12th. The next morning, he reportedly fainted, experienced dizziness and vision loss, and was rushed to Duke University Hospital. Doctors determined he had received a life-threatening dose of medication and kept him under observation for 2 days. His attorney now alleges the overdose was not accidental. That means that within 2 days of filing of his motion, Bureau of Prisons officials administered an amount of medication that significantly exceeded a safe dose and caused Mr. Kelly to overdose, putting his life in jeopardy. R. Kelly's lawyer, Bold B. Brindley, said they gave him an amount of medicine that could have killed him. The emergency motion filed in Illinois on Monday, June 16th, is the third request for a temporary release to home confinement. R. Kelly's legal team argues that his life is in danger behind bars, citing not only the overdose, but also a recent declaration from another inmate, Michael Glenn Stein, who claimed prison staff and white supremacist groups were conspiring to kill the singer to cover up misconduct during his prosecution. After Stein's statement surfaced, R. Kelly was moved to solitary confinement, according to his lawyer, who said the conditions there are inhumane, alleging that he sleeps with spiders crawling on him, has no access to phone calls, and cannot eat food from the commissary. Kelly has reportedly gone days without eating due to fears of being poisoned. While hospitalized, doctors also discovered blood clots in both Kelly's legs and lungs. They recommended surgery, but prison officials allegedly forcibly removed him from the hospital against medical advice. Within an hour, officers with guns came into his hospital room and removed Mr. Kelly, Brindley said. He was taken from the hospital against his will and against the directives of the doctors. Denied the surgery, he needs to clear blood clots in his lungs that threaten his life. This happened. This will be confirmed by hospital records. It is undeniable, Brindley said. The officers returned him to solitary confinement. The legal filing claims these actions are not coincidental. And they are saying that he is still in there right now. They took him back to jail. And they are talking about they're trying to get him approved right now so he can be released to at least home confinement. Now, I'm going to just say this right here. This is crazy and wild to hear right after these days of the storylines. Now, I'm going to say allegedly everything because I ain't seen the proof of the inmate going and telling R. Kelly, hey, bro, we planning on killing you. And I was contacted to be able to enjoy my last days on this earth and freedom for taking your life. But this right here coming out, this can be documented. So these are some heavy allegations by R. Kelly legal team. He currently serving 31 years in prison. I'll just say this right here. If he can back all that paperwork up that they gave him too much of a dosage on his drugs, and that the people at the doctor's office, now these things can be looked up. Hey, they suggested he go into surgery right now. He got clots in his lungs and his legs. Man, he need to go in his surgery. We need to get to operating on him immediately. If they came in there and said, hey, nah, nigga, you're not getting this operation. We finna take you back down here to solitary. That stuff can be proven. That can be looked up and documented. And if that's going on, that's a tall order. If his lawyer is bluffing, it will come out and it will be showed that he is telling a lie and going for the gusto to, do his job, get his client out of prison to at least home confinement. But if not the case, they really did this will open up a can of worms, nigga. This will open up a real live, deep rabbit hole on YouTube with it being R. Kelly, his status as one of the greatest singers ever, popularity. Because have prisons done people wrong? Of course. Do I trust the legal system or a prison system? Of course not. Now, do certain people jump out there and go with moves and find ways and loopholes to get things to work in their favor? Of course. But you just never know how these things can go. So I ain't ruling nothing out. I can't confirm nothing. But when it comes to them being involved with the hospital, that stuff will be documented. Does he have these conditions? Does he have blood clots in his legs? Does he have blood clots in his lungs? Did they come in there and say he needs to leave from this hospital against the doctor's will? That stuff will be written out. That paperwork can be put up. And if they do come back and put it up, I most definitely will come back in here and speak on it once again. Keep y'all updated on it. Y'all get in the comments. Tell me what y'all think. It just seemed like, bro, the stuff going on in the game as of late has been crazy. It's been a real live whirlwind of a little bit of everything. We got hospital stuff. We got prison stuff. We got R. Kelly, and we got Diddy going to trial right now. And Diddy in the trial and basically having the same type of charges that R. Kelly had, except R. Kelly just had like the cult stuff involved with his and underage women as well. But if you look at R. Kelly's RICO case that he got in New York and Chicago under the federal system at 31 years on, he's had managers, he had employees, he had assistants, he had people working for him that was running this conglomerate, and they were doing it as a collective, and that's why they took R. Kelly died the way that they did in their words. But tell me what y'all think, man. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pig.
Across America.
Federal prosecutors are responding to R. Kelly's claims that there's a murder plot against him. They call those claims fanciful and repugnant. The feds also claim in a 19-page filing from the U.S. Attorney led by Chicago attorney Beau Brindley made a public plea to President Trump to release their client from prison immediately, saying that other inmates were being recruited to spy on him and even to poison him.